Greetings participants, welcome back to the Game Dev Arena YouTube channel. We have a default tutorial here today, and just before we do get started, I just want to say that I am still doing Cocos 2DX work as well as default, and on top of that I will be doing CryEngine work also, so you can be on the lookout for all of that information for anyone that's interested in CryEngine, Cocos 2DX, or default. You'll be seeing it here on the channel. But let's go ahead and get into the project here. We're going to be, like I said, we're going to be doing a sprite animation that's going to be exported out from GIMP and brought into Defold, just like how we did with the adding a sprite to Defold. We're going to be doing the same thing with a animation set. So basically, I have already created the sprite sheet in GIMP, and we're going to go in and just take the sprite sheet, export it out as a PNG. PNG is the best way to export anything. So we're going to name it character animations because these are animations. It's an idle animation and a walking animation that I have created here. Very rough, very simple, nothing too crazy, but just going to go in and just make sure that we get it set up in the same spot where our character PNG is. And we're going to export that out into the engine. Now, once we get it done, export it out, we have it saved in GIMP. We're going to go back and you'll see it there. But of course, we have to create that tile source before we can actually import it as a game object into the engine. So you'll go in, create that tile source, name it. I like to just name it conventions. I just name it the same thing. So we're going to go in, name it that character animations, and it'll be saved as a tile source. And then once we have saved that, we'll go in and then you'll have to where the image is added into there, the sprite sheet is added into there. So we're gonna go in, and once we get everything up to scale, there we go. So now you'll see that our character is going to be in the middle of the game screen now. There we go. Now, from here, we're going to start doing the animation set. So we're going to pick what tiles are going to be used. So you'll be able to see kind of what'll be used. There's our idle animation. So that'd be tiles 1 through 4. And we can adjust the frames per second to see how fast, how slow it goes. You just want to keep adjusting till you get a good sense of feel of the animation. Figure it out there enough times, you'll find a good median on what works best for you with your animation. Just make sure that it has a good feel to it, so that way when it's in game, it'll look nice, it'll flow, everything will flow smoothly. Trying to optimize the look and feel and everything as much as possible. Alright, so you can see that idle animation once again in the game window. And then of course, to get our walk animation, which is tiles 5 through 8, we would go in, do the same thing. That start tile will be put at 8. The end tile will be put at, or the start tile will be put at 5, and the end tile will be put at 8. And then once the game starts and the character is in there, you'll see the character walking once again. So just going through once again, just making sure to reiterate on adjusting the animation speed to as optimal as possible for your character, just to have it in there correctly and just looking nice and smooth. So that way it's not looking super fast or it's not looking super slow. So like I said, you'll be able to go in and you can kind of set the playback and all that. So you can see all that there. One more time, just going in and making the walk animation show in the game window. So that way you get a general idea of even doing separate animations. And you can save both of them separately too. So you can see the walk animation there. So thank you for watching. We'll be back more with a tutorial of Cocos 2DX doing sprite animations. But with that, that is it. So see ya.